Hello again. I thought I would follow my talk on abundance by just sharing some ideas about money and why we might have money problems or issues with money. Just as buying into a particular belief system called scarcity or abundance from childhood, we also actually unconsciously pick up the entire experience of childhood related to money. And without realizing it, I don't think parents go about teaching you to have certain attitudes or values around money. Well, not normally so, but we actually pick up the whole, if you like, template, that we get imprinted by that experience. So when I'm doing QEC, which is to change belief systems, I very often work with people who have issues around money. When I talk about issues around money, what do I mean? Well, they bring to me things like I'm very clever, I'm highly qualified, I earn a lot of money, I make a lot of money, and then I seem to lose it. That's one issue. There's another issue where, well, I'm really brilliant and highly qualified, and I work, 7 days a week, and yet I seem to earn very little. So people have issues around money, about earning it enough to warrant what they do, and people who earn it but lose it. Where does all of that come from? Well, when I actually start to explore their background, because QEC is about tell me your story. I want to know what happened to you from the time you were born. And when I listen to people who have money issues, what I generally hear is that their childhood was such that they were imprinted with a certain feeling about money. A lot of it is infused with embarrassment and shame. So if their father struggled, if he didn't get far in life, or if he was very depressed because he'd lost his job and so on, then there is something that sometimes happens in people where they can't surpass what their father did. So they will unconsciously, subconsciously hold themselves back. So they, out of guilt, out of shame, well, my father never had it, so how dare I don't deserve to do better than him. So that's one aspect of what might happen. But certainly we get imprinted by our childhood. And as I was sharing about my childhood, we had enough money, but we were told all the time that we were poor and that we couldn't have anything. Anytime we wanted a new item of clothing or something, we were given a lecture about how hard my father worked and he didn't have enough money and who did I think I was. And what happened to me with that kind of upbringing, my father had a scarcity mentality, was that I began to connect money to self-worth. So when I didn't have something, I felt unworthy, and when I was able to acquire something material, I felt as if my self-worth could be improved a bit. And this is what happens to a lot of us. We get brought up in this sort of environment, and our self-worth and our financial worth get linked. So that really does reflect in how you then approach your own life with earning money. If you earn well, you start to feel confident. If you don't earn so well, you lose your confidence and you believe that you're a failure. So all of this stuff comes really from childhood, parenting styles. It comes from the story of scarcity. It comes from being brought up in a poor neighborhood, perhaps, and so on. And all of these things are temporary. They're not permanent. There's no blueprint in your genes for how you should look at money. Money is entirely arbitrary. It's only something that we use. It's a means of exchange. In the old days, people would exchange food. They would grow some crops and then they would exchange it with the healer that was going to heal them. So we use money, and of course it's become more and more sophisticated. It's now digital, and a lot of us have a very bad relationship with money, and we're very insecure around it, and it's very much entangled with our self-worth. So one of the things that I do if anyone has money problems and they come to me for therapy is I explore what the story is and I try and find out what their relationship to money is. Is it a shame-based relationship? And we install new beliefs. We change. One of the beliefs that I love to install is my financial worth and my self-worth are entirely separate. Of course, one has to do this at the subconscious level of mind, consciously wanting to believe that doesn't really work. So I hope there's a little bit more. I mean, I give lectures on money, so there's a lot more to it, but that's just to share an overview of how our relationship with money can impact us from childhood right